So welcome to module Introduction to JavaScript. So in this module we will learn what is JavaScript, what is client side and server side script, which frameworks are based on JavaScript, which tools we required for JavaScript development, internal versus external JavaScript, writing our first JavaScript program. Then we will see some output statements in JavaScript, and last but not the least, comments in the JavaScript. So we'll start with what is JavaScript. JavaScript is the world's most popular programming language for the web or for the internet. JavaScript is an interpreted language and not a compiled language. The source code is passed through a program called a compiler, which translates it into bytecode, then the machine understands and can execute. JavaScript is a case sensitive scripting language. Remember this, JavaScript is a case sensitive scripting language. JavaScript is a multi-paradigm language that supports event-driven, functional, object-oriented, and prototype-based programming styles. JavaScript was initially used only for the client side, but in more recent times, it has also been used as a server-side programming language. So, what is client versus server side scripting? So, what is client script and what is server side script? So, we have a server, we may have some database servers, we may have some file servers, or we may have some other network where website resides. So, our server may be connected with database, our server might be working with file servers, or our server might be working with other networks. So our server is busy for processing multiple tasks at the same time. Now, a client, a user is also connected with our server via internet. If client sends some data from client to server, and if server needs to do some processing on that input from result from client, then it is called as server side scripting. Before sending data from client to server, we can also have some validation on that particular data. All the validations which we are doing at client side is called as client side scripting. So JavaScript is a client side scripting. We can validate our data before sending that data to server over the internet. And if we are processing any data at server end, that is called as server side scripting. Earlier it was VB script, but nowadays we can do similar thing using node.js. So which libraries and frameworks based on JavaScript? So there are n number of libraries, n number of frameworks which are based on JavaScript. So that's why you must know what is JavaScript. So Node.js is server side and AngularJS, React.js are client side scripting. jQuery is just a library, it's not a framework, it's a library to create UI and to manipulate DOM elements in the HTML page. Tools for JavaScript development. So we just need two tools here. The very first is a code editor. You can use Notepad, Notepad++, or Microsoft Visual Studio Code as well. And the second tool is a browser. You can use any browser of your choice like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or Microsoft Edge. I will prefer Notepad++ for better alignment compared to Notepad. And I will use my Chrome browser. I have added link for Notepad++ and Microsoft Visual Studio Code in description. If you want to use that, you can download by clicking on that particular links. So what is internal versus external JavaScript? Internal JavaScript can be written directly into the HTML file using script and closing script tags inside either head or body tags. Internal JavaScript is strictly for a particular web page only. So whatever script you are writing in that particular HTML page will be used only by that web page only. External JavaScript file is having a .js extension. We can include external JavaScript file using script tag, and within the script tag we can use src source attribute to include that JavaScript file under head or body tag. External JavaScript is preferred to share the common functionality among multiple pages. Like for internal JavaScript, it is strictly for a particular web page, but external JavaScript file we can share common functionality using external JavaScript between multiple pages or throughout the website. Writing my first JavaScript program. So here we come at practical level. We will start our programming using JavaScript. But before going to start our coding area, a very small tip for you. To learn any programming language, it's good to practice it. Don't just listen, don't just read, don't just watch a video. Do practice and you will get better. Output statements in JavaScript. So JavaScript supports 4 ways to display output: alert method, document.write method, console.log method, and document.getElementById method. Apart from these 4, console.log is normally used by developers only and not by the end user. Let's have a look. So now we will see our output statements in JavaScript. So first I will start Notepad++, and this will be a default code editor which I am going to use. You might be familiar with this syntax. This is basic HTML syntax. So the first output type in JavaScript is alert. So I am writing alert, hello from alert. And second one is document.write. So I'm using document.write, hello from document.write. So here alert will show a pop-up, whereas document.write will show a message on that HTML page. And the third one, console.log, I'm using this. Let's see where it shows. Make sure you save these files using .html extension. So file type should be your HTML, means hypertext markup language file, like this one. Save it and now see it on browser how it shows to us. So here we go, we got hello from alert. This is our alert box, and when we click on OK, we are getting this hello from document.write. So this is the web page where we are getting message, but to get console.log we need to press F12, which is inspect, and here we can see in console we got hello from console. So console.log normally used by developers only to debug anything or to verify output of any statement or any variable values. It's not used by any end users. So now we will see the fourth output type in JavaScript. For that we need to create an ID of any element. So we are using paragraph element, and inside body we can use script, and here I am writing document.getElementById. Remember, getElementById should be in camel casing, means very first letter will start from smaller one and then each word will start with a capital letter. So get element by id, and we are getting that id of paragraph tag, that is message, and inside that we are writing this message. Let's have a look. So here we are getting alert, then hello from document.write, and then hello from get element by id. This hello from get element by id is coming on a paragraph tag. So similarly, get element by id, you can use it for any input control in html. Let's say if you have a text box or a button or label, you can use it to that. Comments in JavaScript. Comments are those statements in program which are used to explain the code and makes the program more readable. Commented lines will not execute. JavaScript supports two types of comments. The very first is single line comment. Double forward slash is used to comment a single line of code in JavaScript. And the other way is multi-line comment. The lines between slash star and star slash will be ignored by JavaScript. You can write multiple lines within these codes within slash and asterisk. So all the lines which comes under these two opening and closing comment symbols are ignored by the JavaScript. Let's have a look. So now we will see how we can add comments into our document or into our JavaScript. So we will see how we can comment a single line of code. So now we are trying to comment out this alert statement. So to comment a single line, we need to use double slash. Like this, it is showing in green, which means it is commented out and it won't execute on our browser. So now if I refresh my browser, we will not get that alert pop-up. Let's have a look. I'm refreshing it. Now see, we don't see that alert message, right? So similarly, we can comment out another statement. Let's see if it is working or there is some bug which was not showing that alert message. Let's have a look on browser. Now we should not get any of the messages, right? So we had removed that message, we had removed that console. We are just getting that get element by id, which is on body. So this all are single line comment. Now we will see how we can use multi-line comment, and for that we need to add slash star and star slash. So now you can see we had commented couple of lines, and which is making the same effect as earlier one. This comments normally used to write some messages before starting off or before a complicated formula. You can use your some wordings there, so it would explain your code to the code reader or to a new developer. So here we come to end of our module 1. In this module we have learned what is JavaScript, what is client-side and server-side script, frameworks based on JavaScript, the tools we required for JavaScript development. We have also seen internal versus external JavaScript, output statements in JavaScript. Also we have seen the comments in JavaScript. So join me on next module. Thank you.